Alright guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. We are back with Dr. Underwood again. Because my chiropractor is not only a chiropractor, he's certified in ART, which is active release techniques. I thought that he could help us with understanding why kinesiology tape is helpful, how to apply it, and why it works. So over the last couple years, I've had a little bit of knee issues here and there. The first thing I did is I went to our athletic trainer at McKendree where I work and made sure there was no major structural issues, and then Dr. Underwood confirmed there was no structural issues, but I was experiencing some knee pain, so we started taping it. So he's going to show us how to tape for knee pain.
So one of the common taping methods that I use for the knee is you're going to be using 3 pieces, and the whole purpose of when taping the knee is to provide support and stability, but without limiting the athlete's range of motion. So one of the first things we're going to do is we start with the first piece of tape. We go just above the knee. We're trying to support and stabilize the knee joint, but we also have to address the quad, and then we also have to address the lower leg muscles, coming around and providing support for the MCL as well as the LCL. So as you move through, if these muscles have been sprained or slightly injured, where the tape is going to help support them as you move. So you can't just come in here. You also have to look at where these ligaments start above and below the joint, kind of the old, this is how you support.
So the Genesis tape that I use is copper infused, and I have heard a lot of things about copper infusion and copper with wellness. Mm-hmm. What are your takes on that?
So I've heard a lot of patients and athletes that have, relief or additional relief when using those type of properties. So my thought process on it is, if it works and you're getting the results, continue to do it. But we also know from research that there is legitimacy to those type of properties in using adjuncts that have the copper in it, or that have that affects that inflammation gradient.
Okay, so we've already talked about the importance of making sure you tape above and below to support what's happening, but making it so it's not restricted. But what are some of the things to note when actually applying the tape? Like, how much do you stretch it? Do you want to touch the tape a lot? Like, what are some of the things that we need to know?
Good questions. One is you don't want to touch the tape a lot because it's kind of like a Band-Aid. It's going to lose its adhesiveness or stickiness. But also, too, you do have to have some sort of clinical knowledge when applying tape, because which direction you apply the tape, how much tension you put on the tape, are you trying to get a muscle to turn on, contract stronger? Are you trying to inhibit a certain muscle, or are you going for support and stability? So up here, I'm applying the tape in a manner to help control contraction.
Do you cause more issues if you don't tape properly?
I certainly think that you can, and you see people doing that saying, well, I tried, KT tape or kinesio tape and it didn't help. Well, one is you put way too much on, or you didn't put it on in the correct fashion, and then that's going to affect the performance or function of that tape, and then the muscles or soft tissues that you're trying to tape.
Another thing that Dr. Underwood is certified in is active release techniques. So the last couple of years, my wrists have really been bothering me, and so Dr. Underwood and his staff has been scraping. What does that mean?
Well, when you're talking about using a scraping method like a myobar or the active release itself, you're talking about actually breaking up the scar tissue that accumulates.
So by scraping, you're actually breaking up that scar tissue?
You're breaking up the adhesions.
Again, I want to thank you, Dr. Underwood, for taking the time to kind of open the doors and show people what we do as a team to keep me moving in the right direction professionally. But for anybody who suffers from knee issues and or potential scar buildup, find a chiropractor in your area that specializes in active release techniques so they can really take a look of what's going on. Chiropractic care is great for the structure of your body, but there's way more muscles and soft tissue in your body than there are bones. So I hope this helps. Good luck out there, and we'll see you next week.